Good morning and welcome to Siem Reap. Today I'm in the south part of Siem Reap, the countryside. I'm staying at a beautiful house in the countryside. I'm meeting another local today. She is going to be honest, I don't even know what we're doing today. We kind of tried to plan something on Facebook, but I'm not really sure where we're going or what we're doing. All I know is we're going out for breakfast first, then after that, I don't know. So it could be interesting. Okay, so welcome to the countryside of Siem Reap. I'm with two new friends, Petra and, what is your name?
Ping Hoi.
Ping Hoi. Oh, that's going to be a difficult one. So, I don't really know where we're going. Do you know where we're going yet? Or
Yeah.
I know we're, going to breakfast?
I will bring you to the countryside and then we will breakfast there with our Khmer noodle and then we go to visit like some stuff like made by hand like that.
Okay, cool. Let's go. So this morning I heard a lot of music outside. I assumed it was one of the temples or something in the area, but she'd said that it's music from a wedding. They celebrate weddings at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and she says it lasts for 2 days in Cambodia, which is it's a long wedding. We just arrived at a restaurant for breakfast. They are going to have me try some local cuisine. Not quite sure what it is going to be. Petra said that this is the meal that I need to eat. What is the name of this?
Nông bánh chậu.
Nom again?
Nông bánh chậu.
Okay, and what is it in English, I guess? Can you describe what's inside?
They always call Khmer noodle.
Okay. Noodles and looks like onions. You know,
No onion.
No onion? Noodle,
cucumber.
Cucumber?
Papaya.
Papaya. Okay, yeah, there's all sorts of surprises. What is the yellow stuff on top? It's a mystery. So apparently there's a floating village in the area. We are on our way to go there. How long does it take to get there?
No, this way we not go to floating village. Just go to
Where?
I don't know. Ask the Petra.
Oh, no.
Do you know what?
No, we don't know what we're doing. Change of plans. Where are we going? We're going to see something.
We're going to see Cambodian people make the sugar palm and then we go to the floating village.
A sugar farm.
Yes.
Okay, a sugar farm, Cambodian
Palm.
sugar farm. Oh, palm, sugar palm. What is a sugar palm?
They made by palm.
Sugar made by the palm tree.
Yes.
Huh, so we're going to a place that makes sugar using a palm tree. No? We'll find out when we get there. So I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. It sounds like sugar is made from a palm tree, not the water inside of a palm tree, but the fruit. But the fruit is not a coconut, the fruit is something else. I guess we're on a mission to find out what that fruit is because I'm really confused. We slammed on our brakes immediately and stopped. I think she found what we were looking for, palm sugar, so let's check it out. The moment of truth, huh? Oh, it's very warm in my hands. It's good. There is a taste. There is a flavor that it reminds me of.
Chocolate.
No, not chocolate. I don't know. If I think of it today, I'll let you know, but I just can't remember the taste.
You want to see the way they take this to do the sugar? They take the water from this to the pot and then they
Okay, cook.
Yes.
Kind of like heat up and
yes.
get rid of the water and keep the sugar.
Yes.
They put a giant stick on, and that is how you climb to the top. All the way up there. Do you want to climb?
No.
check out the size of these walking sticks. Like, the biggest one I've ever seen back home is maybe this long, and they're very, very small, but this thing is like, it's huge. Oh my god. This is ginormous. Wow, that is so cool. Oh my god, you can feel its fingertips, like he's trying to search for another area. He's so big, I can see like his eyes staring at me. The previous one was a female, this is a male. Definitely much different in size. So we just spent the last 30 minutes walking through a butterfly farm that we come across while we were driving. It's a really beautiful place, really nice people, and I learned a lot about butterflies. So where are we going now, do you know?
Guys, going to a skill farm.
Ah, the silk farm.
Yeah.
The man at the caterpillar place, he mentioned something about a silk farm, so we're going to a silk farm. So we went to one place, but the woman said we could not enter. We drove another kilometer on a super bumpy road, and now we entered another location with a sign, something about textiles, and now we're going down a 2-track full of stones and bumps, and it feels like I'm sitting on concrete. So we made it to the area where they produce silk and different textiles, but they're closed. It's about 11:30, and apparently they take like a break, and so now everything is kind of dead. So everybody's just kind of relaxing in their house. Fine by me. It's interesting just to come and observe. I'm not sure what this is. The silk farm?
IKTT Forest Village. So it's the Institute of Traditional Khmer Textiles.
Okay. I'm with Antonia. How long have you lived here? How long have you helped here?
Well, actually, no. I'm here for 5 days at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But I used to stay here about five years ago. So I'm just making a return visit to catch up with old friends.
Cool. So yeah, basically there's all sorts of things. The main material here is silk, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So we're just walking down to the silk now, actually, where silk starts its life. We can see what the different silkworms are doing and when the next harvest will be. Each section of the village, each family has different skills. Some are very skilled in raising the silkworms, where they eat mulberry leaves, and others are very skilled in dyeing the fabric. Others might be very skilled in weaving. So the whole village functions of sharing this skill set with each other and creating textiles all from the natural environment and the local area. This plant here makes a fantastic orange colour. So it's called, I think, the anato tree. And inside it has these fabulous red things. So if we take a bit of this is used for dyeing like a very bright orange colour. So maybe also when you see maybe like monks' clothes, they're often dyed with this colour. They make their cocoons in these little sticks. So I can't see too many at the moment. This would be like where they start that part of the process. And after that they will kind of bring them out of the sticks and they boil them in a little pot and thread the silk. So the villagers trying quite hard to dye their threads with indigo as well. Like traditionally, a lot of the silks be dyed with indigo. Historically, they might have done it that way. It's been quite hard to retrain the knowledge. There's a program at the moment where they're trying to reharvest indigo and get the nice dark blue colour from the plants.
A silk worm makes this, and then we harvest this.
The cocoon, yeah. They tie banana fibre around each thread and dye it in like 3 or 4 stages. So they'll dye it, take it away, dip it back in a different colour, and then tie it again. So yeah, they're all wrapped in. There's very, very intricate, fine work. So you can see actually they get a very rich colour. But we can hold some up into the light.
So I just spent about an hour and a half here. It was really cool. I think I was lucky. She kind of took time out to walk me around and show me everything. I wanted to buy a scarf or a tie, but it was $100 and $310 for a scarf. So a little bit out of my budget, so I had to say no, but I obviously donated something. Yeah, it was a super cool place. I don't know how to describe how to get here. But I'm sure if you do a couple Google searches, you could find this place on a map. Apparently tourists do come. Anyway, now I think we're on our way to the floating village. We just stopped on the side of the road for some sugarcane juice. She just fired up the machine and she just shut it off the second I started recording, but it's like a super loud machine that grinds the sugarcane into a juice. They do this in Vietnam a lot as well. It's really good. And surprisingly, even though it's sugarcane juice, you would think you're just drinking liquid sugar. It's not the case. It's a very good flavor and it's not super sweet, so it's actually really refreshing. It comes in this nice little bag with ice. Kind of tastes it's very different than what I have in Vietnam. It tastes like tomato juice. I'm not a tomato fan. We've been going for about 1 hour on this motorbike, and it is the most uncomfortable thing ever. If I was driving, it would be great, but I'm on the back. My foot must go on the foot pegs, and by doing that, it arches my knees in the air. I'm like sitting on my butt bone on that seat, and these roads are so full of bumps. So we're very close to our destination, which is, I guess, a floating village of some type. Getting closer. It's actually not whiskey, it's gasoline. So it looks like we arrived to the area, and this is like the most rustic, out in the middle of nowhere place you could ever imagine. We just drove maybe almost an hour and a half to get here through literally pure countryside, and now we're in this area with hundreds of boats.
It's incredibly loud. The engine is like, I don't know, I think it's a car engine. So it's a Toyota boat, you can see by the steering wheel. It looks like just the three of us. Nobody else is coming. I don't know. Maybe people come in the morning, maybe people come in the evening, but maybe not during, I don't know, it's 2:30, so it is like dead here. We got on the boat within 1 minute. The water level apparently raises quite a bit to the point where they have to start using boats a lot more even to go to school. The school is on stilts. It's a totally different way of life here.
We just arrived at a restaurant on the lake. It's like a crocodile restaurant. There's crocodiles everywhere. Coming up the steps, I nearly fell into the cage or into the water. The whole board shifted on me. Holy shit! Scared me half to death. So it turns out these crocodiles aren't just for looks, it's for food. I'm going to try some. So here's a map of Cambodia. Basically, I'm going to show you what I did over the last couple of days. I started here, which is where I kind of live in Vietnam. There was no buses that take me directly to Phnom Penh, which is right here. So I had to go all the way here to Ho Chi Minh City. Then I had to take a bus all the way through here to Phnom Penh. I was there for a couple of days. Then I went over to Battambang, up here. And then after that, yesterday, I had to go all the way up here to go to Siem Reap. Now, we took the motorbike here, and I'm right there on this lake. Now, the man was saying that the total population of Cambodia is about 16 million people, but just in this area alone, around the lake, there's 6 million people, which seems to be wild and crazy. If you look at the whole country, that's a lot of people condensed in one small area, but it is a huge lake. Okay, so I got the crocodile. I was trying to cut a piece off, and it's like rubber. It's like a car tire. Kind of has its own unique taste. Yeah, I cannot compare it to a different meat. It's its own unique taste, and the texture is a bit rubbery. Maybe that was the way it's cooked, or that's just how it is, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not bad. Kind of caught between two concepts. One is, yeah, it's cool to explore and witness and see kind of how other people live. That's an interesting thing. But then on the other standpoint, you see a lot of struggle, and you see how they live, and you realize that it's a very difficult life, right? So pros and cons to doing this whole thing. We hope that the money, or at least a good portion, goes to the people who need it the most. Yeah, it was a pricier thing, but again, we hope that it's for a good cause. So if you're in the area, definitely do this. It's an experience. The sun is going down. We're gonna start heading back right now, and it's gonna be about an hour and a half ride. At least that's how long it took to get here. So, and it's not the most comfortable thing on the back of a motorbike anyway. I'm gonna put the camera away and try to be as comfortable as possible. Thank you for watching. Remember, time is running out. Start living. Take care.